For more on this story, joining us live from Melbourne in Australia is Shahram Akbarzadeh. He's a professor of Middle East politics at Deakin University. Thank you for coming on. Now, we've had Saudi Arabia condemning Israeli military targeting of Iran overnight. They're saying that this is a violation of Iranian sovereignty breach and a breach of international law. The US is urging Iran to stop attacking Israel to break this cycle of violence that's been happening. The UK is following suit with that message. Do you think this was a measured response from Israel overnight?
Well, thanks for having me. It definitely looks like a very measured, calculated response. There were fears that Israel would be going for Iranian nuclear facilities because there had been a lot of talk about how Iran should not be allowed to develop its own nuclear weapons. Netanyahu had been lobbying the US for attacking nuclear facilities in Iran. So there was serious fears that Israel would use the opportunity to target nuclear facilities and also oil refinery and infrastructure. The fact that they didn't and they limited the attack to military establishment, installations, and headquarters is quite significant. It shows that Israel perhaps doesn't really want to cross the United States in this instance, and also doesn't want to escalate any further. From their point of view, it seems a proportionate response to what's happened on October 1st.
So potentially Israel hoping for no retaliation from Iran. Certainly the US is sending that message, urging them not to strike back. What are your thoughts on a response from Iran? Do you think they're trying to avoid an all-out escalation at this point?
Absolutely. I think Iranian policy towards Israel has always been to engage in proxy conflict, to engage in shadow war, and it's only now it's turned into hot war, real conflict. The Iranian authorities don't really wish to be involved in all-out conflict with Israel. It's just too dangerous for them to be involved in war. It's not just a matter of military might. It's also a matter of what war could do to Iran's stability and domestic affairs. So as a result, I think Iranians are trying to avoid an all-out conflict with Israel.
So it sounds like there may not be a response from Iran, at least anytime soon. Do you think if there was a further escalation from Iran, something more serious happened, do you think Israel would stand a chance in defending itself against Iran and its military capabilities if that ever happened?
I think the fact that the Iranian authorities are downplaying the damage done by the attack is an indication that they do not wish to pursue this further. It remains to be seen. But if it did come to an Iranian response, Israel is well defended. Israel has the Iron Dome, has the new US bases stationed there with anti-air defense. Israel has every capability to defend itself. That is never in question.
And we've obviously had Blinken in the Middle East this week. This attack happened shortly after he left the region. We also have scheduled ceasefire negotiations for this weekend. Do you think this latest action from Israel will disrupt that? Will it have any influence on the ceasefire negotiations?
It's really hard to tell. I think what's going on in Gaza is that Israel is basically pursuing a total control agenda. It has no intention, it has given no indication that it is going to withdraw from the Gaza Strip. So a ceasefire negotiation for Gaza is unlikely to succeed, unfortunately.
And we've not heard any response from Hezbollah in terms of their thoughts and their opinions on this attack. Obviously, we've had a lot of conflicts going on in that region with Lebanon over the past weeks. Are you expecting an escalation from Hezbollah, or do you think at this point they're going to remain quiet and try not to get involved with the strikes in Iran overnight?
Well, Hezbollah's hands are basically tied. It's busy with its own conflict with Israel at the moment. I think Hezbollah will wait to see how Iranian authorities respond and then take a cue from Iranian decisions.
Okay, Shahram, thank you so much for joining us live from Melbourne now.
Thank you.